We're live.
Great. I should actually get the chat now that I think about it up.
In case somebody says something just mind altering.
No, I gotta keep an eye on the chat.
Yeah.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. It's a 3-day weekend for me.
Is it? Oh yeah, we had ours last week.
Yeah. What was yours for?
I don't even remember. It doesn't matter to me because I don't get it off. I never get
Oh,
Mondays off.
well, I get the Monday off,
Yeah.
so that's pretty exciting for me. And not better, but like secret stealth bonus 4-day work week after that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's actually the better part.
I don't know if that's better, but
Yeah.
it's definitely like real good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Victoria Day is what we got it off for.
There you go. There you go. I'm jealous because Canada gets so many more days off than the states do.
Do
Because
they?
you get like one holiday a month, um, and we don't get at least one a month. I think we get one every like second month ish or something. But yeah, so my coworkers always they always joke like when a holiday comes up, they're like, "Oh yeah, but just for America, you have to come into work." And I'm always like, "Hey, I'm fine switching over to the Canadian holiday schedule because I'll be here a lot less than you. So let's make this happen."
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's Friday, May 27th, which means X-Men Apocalypse is out. Paul, have you seen it yet?
No.
Yeah,
It
neither have
just
I.
came out today, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, yesterday.
Sure.
There's always showings on the Thursday.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I would love to go see it this weekend, but my girlfriend wants to see it, so I'm probably gonna see it on like Tuesday. She's away all weekend, so it's just gonna be video game weekend. But are you excited for X-Men Apocalypse and its lackluster review scores?
I haven't looked at the review scores, but yeah, sure. Like,
It's
why
sitting
not?
around the 60s on Rotten Tomato, I believe.
Okay. So it's not horrible, it's just not good.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it yet,
Okay.
so.
Yeah.
Um,
That's to be
but
expected, I
I
think.
still want to see it. I like all those characters, and I liked those last two movies.
Sure.
So
I agree.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But okay, again, John's not here because of MomoCon.
Yeah.
I think he's back next week.
Yep.
Oh, someone on the chat is saying 48% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Still better than Angry Birds.
Great.
Okay.
Angry Birds is the barometer for which all movies should be.
All bad movies. My
Yeah.
phone is nuts. What is going on? I'll look at this later.
Right.
All right, let's do a podcast about video games that's called The Top Down Perspective.
Oh, yeah. I thought
Yeah.
it was... What the hell was the other one? Extreme something? I can't even remember. Game Experts.
Was it Game Experts?
Game Experts. Yeah, that's what it was.
Game Experts. Game Experts, May 27th. Sean and Paul are here.
Hi.
Hopefully John's having fun.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
That guy can't not have fun.
I don't think that's true, but all right, sure. That's a great way to live life. So,
If you can swing it, I recommend living life that way.
yeah,
For sure.
for sure. My work gave me free tacos today. Which
That's
was
pretty good.
And they closed early.
That's
So,
even better.
You get off early, you get some free tacos. It's a good Friday. Everything's kind of coming up Millhouse.
Yeah.
Yep.
You want things to come up Millhouse in case you're not familiar with the term.
I believe everyone is familiar with the term.
I would hope so by now. The internet has memed that, so.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. All right, why don't you tell me what you've been playing?
Yo, so Persona 4, right? I know this
All
is
right.
going back a little bit.
Which version?
The PlayStation 2 version, because like the regular, because I don't have a Vita.
Okay. Is this Golden?
Golden is the Vita one, so no,
Golden is
just
the Vita.
the standard one or whatever.
Is that game on Steam?
No, I'm playing it through PS2.
Okay. All right.
So I
Got
started
the old DualShock 2 out?
DualShock 3 technically, but yeah, it's
Oh, so you're playing it on your PS3 backwards compatibility? Or is it a download? Is it a digital copy?
it's a digital copy.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I know what you're saying. I got it.
Yeah. I will say it was a downloadable digital copy. So
All
I've
right.
been people like I've been wanting to play Persona 4 for a while. And then I was looking for a game to just take up like a bunch of my time when I'm not playing some other stuff. And everybody I have talked to that has played Persona has said that it's one of their favorite games and RPGs of all time. So I was like, okay, I got to get on this bandwagon. I got to see, like, I've listened to the music from it before, so I had to see what people were talking about. And man, were they right when they said, yo, the intro is like 3 hours long. Like, there is a video game in there. Just wait it out. And I was like, yeah, okay. That intro is
Yeah, I've
three
also heard
hours fucking long.
it's a slow start.
It is a long, long intro with a lot of dialogue, a lot of character building. It's all very good, but it doesn't feel like you're playing a video game for about 3 hours. So
Okay.
I got through that. I kind of know where we are in this world and what's going on now. And I'm at the part where, like, I'm able to play the video game. That game is stylish as hell, man. Holy shit. Like, let's just forget about aesthetic for a second and, like, the anime stuff and whatnot. The voice acting is very, very good. The dialogue is a little weird in some spots, but I'm wondering if that's just, like, a translation thing. Like, it's not bad. The combat itself, though, is super cool. Like, it's very, very basic so far, and I hear that it's going to get a little intense later on, which I'm excited about.
Is this the
But
one where the kids shoot themselves in the head?
that is a Persona game. I can't remember which one it was, if that was Persona 2 or 3. But
So
that's
it's not 4.
no.
Okay, then I think it's 3.
4 they have like cards or whatever with their
Okay.
persona on it.
So it's like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sure. Yeah,
All right.
we'll go with that. When like you first summon your persona as like the main character in that game, it's just like, oh shit, here we go. Like, it's super badass because there's like nothing. There's nothing going on, and you just feel like this dumb kid that like left the big city to go live with his uncle in this small town, and then all this weird shit's happening. Then you just like whisper the word persona, and this card's like glowing in your hand, and you become all badass. It's fucking dope as hell. So I'm
right.
super excited to see more of that game and get like I'm already in love with like a bunch of the characters in it. I think the characters are great. I think it's weird that your main character's uncle never refers to himself when introducing himself to people or you or whatever as your uncle, but instead as like your
It's
sis.
like your boyfriend.
No, like your mother's brother, or
Oh,
like
that is weird.
It's weird. Or like another
It's just
one
like
is
oddly specific.
I'm his guardian. Like he never just says the word uncle.
Oh, okay. All
It's
right.
it's it's really strange, but the package, like at the end of the day, it's going to be a grind fest. I can already feel there's going to be a lot of stuff to do. There's going to be this weird mystery to unlock. It's going to be just a standard RPG, but the presentation is super super slick, and I am so fucking stoked to see more
What
of
is the
it.
chances of you finishing this?
I don't even know because like after the 3 hour thing, I'm gonna be the idea is to stream all of this like a little bit every night. I don't know if I'm gonna do VOD polls or not for people because everybody's seen this game but me by this point. But
And me, I haven't played it either, but anyway.
okay. After the end of like the 3 hour thing, I was like, yeah, so like roughly how long is this game? Expecting like a standard maybe Final Fantasy length of like 60 hours, right? People are like,
I've heard like 100.
110 hours.
Yeah.
And then they're like
My
130
only
if you
reference
do
is
golden.
because Giant Bomb had the endurance runs, or the endurance run, sorry, and that was 100 episodes, and they're usually about an hour, if not a bit longer. So it's at least actually no, I think I remember them finishing at 99 hours. Actually, now that I think about it,
Cool.
so
So for like people that are in the know with that game, which is a lot of people I know, I'll just say that the part I'm up to right now, just as a reference, is that the last thing that happened is Yukiko went missing or whatever, and people were afraid she was in the television zone or whatever. And then
okay.
she like answered her phone when we tried calling her, and everybody's like, "Oh, she's okay." So I'm about to go back into the TV Twilight Zone area. That's
Okay.
like
How many
where I'm
hours
at.
have you put into it so far?
Like 3. Like I'm past the intro, or I'm like at the end of the intro or whatever.
Okay, so you haven't played a ton.
I haven't played a ton.
Like
No.
played. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good reference point then, I guess, for the people.
Yep. I guess a better reference is I beat the Yosuke's like shadow persona thing, and he like now we're bonded or whatever. That's like probably the more
I
major
think
milestone.
that's how like marriage happens in the real world,
I'm
right?
pretty sure, yeah. Like when
Yeah.
you really like somebody, you got to go into this weird TV zone and fight their dark form of themselves,
Yeah, then you're married. Yeah, then yep.
and
I'm
then
pretty sure
your personas bond, and you can like mix and match them.
right. I mean, like I don't know for sure. I'm not married, but that's what everyone's told me.
Right.
So, are you doing this because you like because five's coming out at some point?
No,
No.
I mean that's
Okay.
a nice bonus, but I'm doing this because specifically I'm going to call him out. I'm 3D Homer, who is the guy I do the other podcast with, but like he's also part of the TDP community, would not shut the fuck up about Persona like for a while. So I'm
Oh,
like,
dude,
okay,
all I'm
fine,
saying,
let's do
I
it.
tell you like once a month to play Ghost Trick.
There's no easy way for me to.
Just it's like $18. Just buy a copy of Ghost Trick
Where? It's not in any store here.
on like Amazon.
Yeah, you're right. I don't do enough online shopping actually. Like
Yeah.
that's actually a thing I don't do.
Or 999. Like the third one's coming out in a couple months.
Yo, I do want to get into like 999, but
And isn't that on like Steam now? I thought. No, I'm thinking of
no.
Danganronpa. It's definitely on iOS.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
that that helps you,
No.
but
No. Like I didn't really necessarily want just a visual novel for right now, and this is more like of an RPG. So,
okay.
yeah.
It's just way shorter, like a fifth of the time. In fact, you could have played both of these games
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
VLR
Yeah,
and
yeah.
two more games before this one's done.
Right. Right.
But enjoy Persona 4.
I will.
I'm
Speaking of
gonna quickly talk.
RPGs,
I'm gonna quickly talk about yeah, exactly my first game, and then we'll talk about our second game next.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, so comment in the chat is saying 999 is on iOS, but the iOS version is basically a book. So is the DS version. It's basically a book.
But
So
I don't have
much-
an iOS device. I guess I have like an old iPad, but I'm not going to break that out to play it probably.
and depending on how old it is, it might not even run on it.
Yeah, there's that as well.
I'm continuing with Bravely Second. I'm about 20 hours in. I have nothing left to say about this game.
Okay.
It's good.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a good game. But the game. So I've only put the next game we're going to talk about is Overwatch for a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a long weekend until like Wednesday, and I was like, man, girlfriend's going out of town. I'm gonna have like 3 days to myself. Everyone won't shut up about Overwatch. It's time to just bunker down and play some Overwatch.
Yeah.
So that showed up at my doorstep today. You know, I got that Amazon Prime 2-day shipping just in time,
Sure.
and I've put about 2 hours into it. I think maybe 3 at the high end.
Okay.
That game's addictive.
Yeah. So in a way, like, okay, I need to ask you this first to start this off because it's
All right.
what I ask everybody. What did you think of Team Fortress 2?
I liked it. I only played the orange box though, so the 360 version,
Right.
which is is an awful version of that game.
Sure.
In comparison to what the PC version came to. But I got super into it. I think I
Okay.
have all of the Team Fortress 2 achievements.
Oh, okay. See, like, then it makes sense that you'd probably gravitate towards Overwatch pretty decently. I fucking hate Team Fortress 2. And a bunch of people I know do, and they love Overwatch.
I just like class-based shooters. Like I got into Singularity's multiplayer because it was like a weird class-based shooter.
Yeah?
So yeah,
Nobody played that, though.
not a lot. Yeah, but I mean, for whatever reason, I just like class-based shooters. I always like being a healer, although I haven't played any of the healers yet. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Evolve is not great. Didn't have any kind of lasting power, but I like class-based shooters.
Yep.
So there's that. Like I'm a class-based shooter guy.
Sure.
If it comes to competitive stuff, because there's like a co-op aspect
Yep.
that I'm way more into than just like deathmatch. If there was deathmatch in here, I probably wouldn't play it. Is there deathmatch in here?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, I probably wouldn't play it at all.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
like the
interesting.
objective-based thing.
Yeah, I like kind of working towards something and like
Yeah.
this. With this one, you're like that truck's moving around and you got to like guard it and stuff, or you got to defend it, and the
Right.
timer's real cool and such.
Right.
So, and like Singularity had that too. It had like 3 different control points that you had to like slowly progress up and take over, and the other team had to try and stop you from doing so. So yeah.
I want to address something Sunslayer brings up. He says what Overwatch looks like to me is TF2 cross MOBA. There are very like based on what people just think of when they think of MOBA. There's none of those mechanics in here. You start off with all your abilities. You don't level anything up. You don't buy any items. There's no creeps. To
Yeah, I was about
like,
to ask what part of it is MOBA like.
there's
No,
nothing in it that's
right. I
MOBA.
mean, I haven't played any MOBAs, but this is just a class-based shooter. It's just Team Fortress 2 again, except
Yeah.
with way more characters.
Yeah. The nice thing too is that you're not just playing demo man or sniper. You are playing a character with a name, with like a history. There's like lore behind every character in this world. And
Is
what
there lore? Where do you see any of that lore?
there are video shorts, there are comics, they're released. It's like a
Have you seen?
media wide thing they're trying to do with the lore for this game.
Is it in the game? Like, will I get these in a loot box or something?
No, the lore stuff or the game is basically like what's going on now sort of thing, like the fight. All the
Okay, so
lore
you're
stuff
saying
is
there's
other.
there's an expanded universe, but it's not like in the
Right.
game. Like I have to
Right.
go to their website. Okay, because that was something I was going to bring up. Is I almost wish there was more of a some kind of storyline going on or more backstories in the game because Evolve did this really well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you did you play much Evolve or any
Oh
Evolve?
yeah.
Okay, so whenever you would start a mission and your team has picked their four like hunters,
The like idle banter.
yeah, they'll have a bit of idle banter about something that like happened recently, or they'll talk about something in their past, just like like one or two sentences max. And it was always like, wow, I want to know that guy's story.
Yeah.
Like, what made him this dark or whatever. I can't remember any specifics. That was that was last year, but that was always just really cool. Like, there's clearly depth to some of these characters, and they could easily do that with all these characters because these characters are nuts.
Yeah.
They're the weirdest collection of characters
Yep.
like I wish there was a bit more to that in the game
Sure.
because
I
I'm
ca-
not going to go on the website and like watch like I never watched any of the Team Fortress movies that were coming out or whatever it was,
Right.
and I'm just not the person that's really going to do that. But it would just been nice and easy. That was like one of the best things in Evolve that Evolve have, and I wish they had stolen that.
I mean, is like the idle banter and quips like with the characters, but I mean, they're not as noticeable as in Evolve or what. They're kind of like part like you hear it like over gunfire and stuff. Like it's not very prominent in the game at all.
Okay,
That's
right.
for sure. I kind of
Okay.
like the media wide incentive thing they're trying to do with the lore though, because I think the important part is that Overwatch as a video game is a very solid video game that is fun and a little scary in how addictive some of the things in it are. Like the carrot on the stick is something that Blizzard has always been very, very good at providing.
Yeah, I mean like Hearthstone. Those are my only two Blizzard games, but like yeah.
Yeah, like the loot lust and all that stuff is real, and like just I don't know, just wanting to try different things with Overwatch, the different characters and different combos with your friends and stuff. Like it's very well thought out, but then like the lore stuff for people that want to seek it out is there just in other mediums. I don't know. I think it's fine. It's just you're right. It would have been kind of nice if they just had like I don't even
Right.
know what
I
you
mean,
would
like a
call
lot
it.
of games do have like expanded universe stuff in other medias. Like almost
Yeah.
every major game needs to have a comic book
Yeah.
or something. But just as someone who typically doesn't play a lot of multiplayer stuff and really likes story single player stuff, it's just that's the one thing lacking. I wish there was a bit more of for me
Right.
to just kind of dive into in the game.
Right.
But that's about it. Yeah, that's a nitpicky thing. So I've been going through just like the lineup of characters just in order basically.
Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah.
Because that's the thing is I really want I've come across a few characters that I really like and I want to play with them a lot more to get like better with them.
Sure.
But I keep telling myself like no, you have to see everyone first before you start isolating yourself to some
Yeah.
of these.
Yep.
So I think I've only played with maybe I'm in the second row or the second column.
Okay, so you've played all the damage dealing guys.
I played all the
DPS
'cause I
guys.
just started from the left and went to the right.
Okay,
I think I've played both of the first two rows. I think I've played 12 of the characters.
so you've played not support. What's the other one? The defense and the like attack lines, basically.
Yeah, so the
like-
first line is like 3 bullets, which are the attack people. The
Yeah.
second line is like a rook, a castle from
Yeah,
chess.
yeah, yeah. They're like defense specialists. They have different abilities to like help, like hold a line or something.
They were definitely like pretty like you want to use these if you're not attacking. Like they kind of
Sure.
hang back. They
They're
were more hang back
utility.
people. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like that's where the snipers are there and such. So I haven't played any of the tanks, which are like the push forward people, and I haven't played any of the support, which are like the
The
like healers
healers.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I'm definitely excited to because in these games I usually play healer. I really like that role of healer.
Oh, dude, there's so many different types of healers too. Holy
There
shit.
seems to be a lot. Like
Yeah.
there's like an angel looking chick that
Yep.
just seems awesome, and you can revive people. Whenever that happens to me,
Yeah.
it's like the best thing.
Yeah. You
I, like,
just hear heroes never die and you're back up. You're like, that's so fucking dope.
Yeah, because I'm always thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have to wait like 10 seconds, but then I'm back immediately, and I'm like, oh shit, and just shooting
And
again.
you just keep pushing the line for it. It's so
Isn't
good.
that like music, like DJ dude a healer or something?
Yeah, his whole
Which-
shtick is that like he has two tracks basically that he's listening to. One of them is that like when people, his whole thing is when he's listening to music or whatever, everybody around him that can hear the music in the AOE is like affected by it. So he has a speed boost one, so everybody's running faster or whatever.
Okay.
Or you can switch over to the healing one where everybody's constantly like getting a little bit of health at a time. And then like
It sounds great. Like I
Yeah.
saw that guy and then I was playing a match and then all of a sudden I hear him shout, "Drop the beat," and like a huge explosion thing happened. I was like, man, I can't wait to see what that guy's about. And then I hear he's a healer and I'm like, oh man, this
Yeah.
sounds great.
Yeah, so that one, or the like, oh, let's break it down, and then there's just like
I've
the
heard that one, yeah.
shockwave everywhere. It's
Oh, that's
so
definitely
fucking
cool. I
cool.
haven't heard that one.
Yeah,
Okay, so give me. I'm assuming you have a few characters you really like.
I like almost all of them except for like a couple.
Well, I was gonna say, who's like your main five?
Okay, let's talk about roles first, I guess. My like favorite
Okay.
attacker probably is Reaper because he's just fun.
I don't like Reaper.
You don't like Reaper?
No, because two of his abilities are kind of like about dodging and not like quick dodges. Yeah, I'm not.
Well, his whole thing is like you basically warp in to get super close, do a shit ton of damage because you do a lot of damage close range with your dual shotguns, and then you like ghost form out.
Right. I
Yeah.
guess so. Yeah. No, I tried Reaper, and he was definitely one of them. I was like, nah, I'm not into Reaper.
Soldier 76 is a nice baseline to get people like that are used to shooters to just play a character.
I guess, but for that reason, I'm just like, yeah, this guy's boring.
Yo, but his ultimate is so good where he's just like, I got you in my sights, and he just
That's
like
true.
everywhere
Yeah.
he fires.
I like that he's an old man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's just constantly shouting like, in my day, we would have captured this by now.
Yeah.
It's like, just shut up, dude. Like, who the hell are you? For the attack people, I really liked, and I might get the names wrong. The cowboy McCree, is it?
McCree is dope.
Oh, that guy's so good. I literally went like 35 kill streak with that dude.
Really?
My second game, it was insane.
Wow. Good for
Yeah,
you.
no, and as someone who usually plays like a support class, I was just running out front, and I just completely love stunning them.
Yeah.
And then you have like 3 bullets, so they all do a lot of damage, and then just killing them real quick. Oh, I love McCree. His special is hard to do, but when you get it, it just feels awesome.
You can let go at any time, though. You don't have to wait for the whole thing. So, like, if you see they're running away, just like stop it early and shoot at them.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. But yeah, McCree.
It's high noon.
One guy, so it's the first guy, and I was not great with him, but he seems like he's super good. Is that ninja dude?
Genji, yeah.
Genji. He seems great because he can just climb all over the place.
Yeah.
Although it took me a while to understand what all of his abilities did. It was also
Yeah.
before I realized you could pull up their special abilities. And,
Yeah.
But because it was the first character, but he seems cool, and that sword's pretty cool. Okay, other of your
Yo,
top
Genji
5.
is dope as fuck because one of his abilities is straight up block a projectile back at an enemy. So like
Right.
when a Bastion goes into turret mode and you have that up, the Bastion just kills himself essentially by shooting at you.
Right. So this isn't his super attack, right?
No,
that's-
his super
that's a
attack
melee
is the
one.
dragon
No,
sword thing.
no, the dragon is the bow and arrow dude. Genji's super attack is he takes out a sword.
Yeah, with the dragon. They're brothers, so they're twin dragons.
Wait, like you can shoot a dragon or the sword?
No, you don't shoot a dragon. You like, I don't know, summon the power of a dragon or something, and you do a bunch
because you get
of
like a green katana that you're slashing.
Yeah,
these
yeah.
with. Okay.
yeah.
So it's the other one where he like puts his arm up. Okay, I was
Yeah.
wondering how that one worked. I couldn't quite tell what was going
Or
on.
like a Widowmaker, if she shoots at you with like that up, she'll just like kill herself,
So
basically.
can you shoot when you're in that thing, or do you have to just stay not attacking for a bit?
You can run while in it. I no, like I think when you shoot it, takes it off. It's
Okay,
supposed
see
to be a
that's why I
well-timed
was
thing.
getting confused, is because I was like, wait, it just went away. Am I like powered up or something? What's going on? Okay,
Right.
good. Okay, now I know that. All right. Who else you feeling?
So for the next, like I like all the attackers in different ways, basically.
Okay.
But McCree, yeah, McCree is dope. He has the badass motherfucker belt, the BAMF belt buckle.
I haven't seen that.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, okay,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, let's go to the like support, not support, but like the defenders or whatever.
Yeah, defenders. I would call them defenders. That's a good one.
May is like my favorite character in a video game.
Is that the ice one?
Yeah,
Yeah, I really like
yeah,
May. She's
she's so
cool.
good.
Like this weird, like I don't know if she's like Russian or something.
She's Chinese, I believe. I think anyway.
Was it Chinese?
I
Because she
yeah,
doesn't speak English, but I
no.
feel like I would have been able to tell if it was like Chinese or Japanese or something. But maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. But making that wall is just awesome.
Yeah.
Like, and you can use it so frequently. Like when we were defending, I just kept throwing it out there, and I was just like, man, I hope I'm just pissing someone off.
And the like ice block to fully heal yourself
That's
if
pretty
shit
good.
goes
I
down.
definitely did some like quick calls with that. I like her long range like icicle gun.
Yep.
That's pretty powerful.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of her short range one,
Oh, I love it. All
the
I will
mist.
do is go in and freeze people so people can like take them out and then freeze myself to heal.
Oh,
Just
do
to
they
be a
actually
nuisance.
freeze? Like you can like stop them
Oh
from moving?
yeah,
Okay,
fully.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
because I was like in it, never getting up close enough, and I was like, man, this thing just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Um, I'm trying to think of
Bastion is dope. Turret mode is like super
everyone.
annoying when
Everyone's
well
just like
positioned.
annoyed with Bastion.
Because he always gets play of the game. Because when he goes into turret mode and like nobody does anything about him, he'll kill the whole team.
No, so a lot of these defense players, they were typically getting the plays of the game,
Yeah.
but and whenever I'm playing with them, I'm doing pretty bad. Like I know Bastion's supposed to be like real good, but I played with him once and I just kind of shit the bed with it.
Sure.
And then the other one who gets the play of the game every time that I was playing was Hanzo,
Yeah.
which I really want to get good with because he just seems
I'm
awesome.
terrible with him.
I'm not good with him either. Like he's basically a sniper, but I
Yep.
think his special is so cool. Like when I
Yep.
saw that the first time, these like twin dragons just flying, I was like, what the hell is that?
Yep.
That's insane. That's insane. So that was definitely like real cool. So he's definitely another like top one for me.
Sure.
So the other categories I haven't played them, so I don't know them yet.
Okay. What do you think about? Did you try Junkrat?
Junkrat was all right. I'm not great with his special.
Yeah, that thing has a large radius though. Like, it feels weird how sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm totally safe. Like I'm a good like 20 feet away, and I still die somehow. I don't
I
know.
felt with Junkrat, I need to like learn the levels better because I was just throwing traps down and like no one was going near them. So
Yeah,
I just need to like yeah I need to get better at the game to get better with him.
sure. I could totally see that for sure. I feel like we're missing. Oh, Torbjorn. Did you try Torbjorn? The dwarf that puts up sentries.
Yes, that's another one where I feel I just need to get better because I
Yeah.
just shit the bed with that guy. I was like, here comes a turret. Oh, it just blew up and I'm dead. Oh, great.
Yeah.
This is real good. It took me also forever to figure out how to even upgrade the turret. I just kept shooting it.
Yeah, you hit it with a hammer six
Yeah,
times.
I didn't realize how to switch over to the hammer at first.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I thought, do I just shoot it and it's doing something different because I'm hitting the turret? Like, how does this working?
Yeah, you just hit it 6 times to get it to level 2. But what I like
don't
about
like that
him,
you need to get scrap metal. I
yeah,
always feel so vulnerable and
sure.
exposed.
I like his character design a lot. Like, did you notice that his gun just shoots like liquid magma out of it?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
It's
I only played with him once, so I
okay.
don't know him too well.
Yeah,
I'm sure I will like him because Team Fortress 2, like when I wasn't the medic, I was the engineer.
engineer. Yeah,
That
yeah,
was like my character.
sure. Yeah, Torbjorn is pretty cool. It's weird when he gets a play of the game though, because it's always just him looking at his turret, like beating it basically, while the turret does all the work for him.
I guess yeah, that would be yeah.
Yeah, so
I've
it's a
never
little boring.
I basically always see Hanzo getting it or Bastion.
Bastion, yep.
Yeah, it's like those two.
Widowmaker is dope as fuck too. She's super cool.
She was all right. I do like her grappling hook, but you can't go on top of everything, which was kind of annoying.
I think the biggest problem Widowmaker has is that her grappling hook is on a 12-second cooldown, and I feel it should be like much shorter so she has more mobility. Like it's if you use a grappling hook and you get stuck in like a position where they're flanking you or something, it's really hard to get away.
Sure, yeah. And there was definitely times where I was trying to get on a roof and it didn't work, and it's like, well, I can't use my grappling hook for forever.
Yeah,
That was a waste.
it feels too long, I think.
Sure, I could see that.
She does so much damage though if you get a good shot off. Holy shit. She'll one-shot most heroes, so.
I think can't Hanzo one shot people as well?
Yeah, they're both considered sniper classes.
Yeah. So I think I just like Hanzo more for my snipers.
Yeah.
I don't like her special ability. Like I just don't care for it.
Yeah. Fair. So you didn't play any tanks?
No, I haven't played any of the second two classes.
All right. The tanks are weird. So, my favorite's Reinhardt, the big, beefy dude in armor with a giant shield.
With the shield, okay, all right.
But the reason he's my favorite isn't necessarily because I play him like a tank. I'd like to play him more like offense, and I know it pisses people off all the time. But like I like to charge in and just like try to take one or two people out of the game right away.
Okay.
Instead of like holding back and supporting my team, which could be
Well,
super annoying.
I think those characters are supposed to be like a push forward character.
They totally are, but the thing is that a lot of people play a Reinhardt by just standing there with his shield up, and I think that's boring. That's not a fun way for me to play him.
Sure.
So like I like to go super aggressive with him. Diva is super cool.
I've heard people like Diva. Which one is Diva?
Diva is the Korean StarCraft MLG pro who rides a mech.
What does the mech do? Is it the one that tackles?
Yeah, it's the one that you've probably heard the like nerf this line, and then like there's a giant nuclear explosion from her mech.
I've seen that. Okay.
Yeah, that's her.
Is this the one that like if it tackles you, you're like pinned?
That's Reinhardt. But she
Reinhardt,
can still like hit you out of the way. She has a charge thing.
Okay, but yeah, I was talking because Reinhardt, he has like a charge and he grabs you and like knocks you into a wall kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay.
So Diva she has like 2 turret machine guns on her thing, and she has a defense matrix which puts up a thing that like when you try to shoot at her, it just like the bullets fly out of the air or something. She goes invulnerable basically from the front.
Oh, actually, big character. This is actually so it's McCree's my favorite attacker, and my second favorite attacker was actually Pharah. I forgot about Pharah.
Oh fuck! How did we forget about Pharah?
Pharah's real cool.
Pharah is super cool.
And honestly, it's probably the cheapest thing, but I like just like flying up top somewhere and just raining rockets down.
Yeah,
she does a ton of damage, and I was honestly surprised I wasn't getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Pharah is cool, and I love her special, and it goes on for so long.
It's really good. The only problem with her special is that like if they have a Widowmaker and that Widowmaker is up, you're dead. Because it just takes one shot out of the air to get you out of the air basically. So
okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
But I mean that's the game, right? Like there's counters for characters, so it's fine.
Yeah. Except apparently not Bastion very well yet, but anyway.
Pharah's a pretty good counter to Bastion actually if you can get him, like just jump up and get in there. Oh, we forgot Tracer too. You know, the mascot.
I'm not a huge fan of Tracer.
Oh my god, she's the best one for like what they do mechanically in that game.
I mean, I like her character design, and I like that she's like Australian.
Why does everybody say Australian? She's British.
Well, I saw that she had the flag, but then I was like, she seems Australian.
She's just Cockney.
I guess I don't know. I would have guessed Australian off her. I don't feel like she does enough damage.
The thing I don't like about her actually at all is that her ultimate or special or whatever is like can be terrible, but
Which one is that again?
it's like a sticky grenade thing. So the idea is like
Okay.
you basically trace in like super fast, hit somebody with it, and then like rewind out of the way.
I see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like her darting around and the rewind. It's pretty cool.
The rewind is like one of the best mechanics I've seen in a first person shooter. It's so well done. I love it. It's a little disorienting though if you like
Yeah, there was definitely a
yeah.
lot of times where I was like running away from someone, and it's like, crap, I should rewind and get some health back, and then I just rewind back
Back
to
in
like
their team.
back onto like the front line. It's like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just found it weird that we forgot about her because she is like the mascot for that game. But
Well, I mean,
anyway,
I'm just not a huge fan of her. But anyways, back to the
the
like
tanks.
the tanks.
Roadhog's okay. Winston's the giant monkey. He's
I haven't played any
fun.
of these.
He's fun for what he does. And Zarya is a weird character that's hard to get used to, but she's cool as well.
Okay.
Yep. I'd be interested to see what you think of the tank characters when you play them.
All right.
But more importantly, I'm super interested to know what you'd think of the support when you play them.
Yeah, I want to play those. I definitely will tonight. But who's your standout support staff?
Lucio, the dude, the music dude, the rollerblader guy, and Mercy,
Okay.
the angel lady.
Okay. Okay.
For
Those
two
seem
different
to be my
reasons.
two that I'm most interested in playing. What are the other two? I can't even think of them right now.
Symmetra.
What does she do?
She is the black lady with the like Tron looking like head thing. Her thing is that she sets up turrets a bunch of places and she shields allies. Not a lot of people play her, but a good
Yeah, I don't think I've seen
Symmetra,
her for much.
a good Symmetra is pretty invaluable if they're good. I think she's kind of hard to be good with as a support. She's more of like a secondary support, I think, where Lucio and Mercy are very much like they're gonna consistently heal you sort of thing.
Okay. Okay.
And Zenyatta is the other guy. He's the like Buddhist monk robot dude. With
Oh, it's like
orbs
the floating
around.
orbs?
Yeah,
Okay, he seems kind of cool.
he is cool. Yeah.
What's his deal?
He can throw Discord orbs on enemies, which increases the damage they take by like 75% or something. And he throws healing orbs on allies to heal them that like stay with them, so he doesn't need to be around you.
Oh, okay. That reminds me. What is? I kept seeing Discord orb, or you just got your Discord orb stolen, or something like that, popping up.
Oh yeah, that just means you're being debuffed, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea what that was.
Yeah. Yep. So that's pretty much the roster. They're so good though. The characters, holy shit, are they good? Did
It's
you get
cool.
any skins or anything? Any loot boxes?
Yeah, I'm like level 5 or something, so I have some,
Oh,
but
so
it's all
you've
for
had 5.
Yeah, so it's only been for skins for characters that I either hadn't tried yet at the time.
Right.
So I didn't equip them because I was like, well, I want to see their base stuff yet.
Right.
I'm not going to equip anything until I've like played with the characters long enough to know like what I'm even changing or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I don't really have like the loot drive or lust at the moment.
Sure.
But yeah, no, that game's super fun.
Yeah.
My second game in, turned off voice chat forever. I'm done with that. I don't need that. I don't
Yeah.
need dogs literally barking.
Yep. I'm
This
with you.
one dude would not stop talking to himself
Yeah.
about how great he was.
You know what? That sounds hilarious though. Because I forgot, like on console, it's probably just on, right? Or like the Kinect might be the mic or
Well,
whatever.
I'm playing PS4.
Oh, okay.
Although if you do have the PlayStation Eye, it does work like the Kinect, where it'll just pick up
Right.
the room.
Right.
But yeah, this guy, oh, it was insane. Like he wins, he gets play of the game as Hanzo. He's like, oh yeah, I get it every single time I play as Hanzo. Hanzo, you basically just see red and you're gonna get play of the game. I can't even remember the last time I didn't get play of the game as Hanzo. It was just like, oh my god, it just kept happening. I was like, I need to leave this room. Holy shit! Even the next game started and he was still talking. I don't even remember about what. I was just like, I'm out of here. I am out of here. This is the end of this. So.
That's great.
But yeah, it's a really cool game. It's a cool game.
There's a reason people are talking about it. For
people
sure.
are talking. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to like putting a lot of hours into it this weekend.
Can we use Overwatch as a transition to somewhat news? And I'll talk about Battleborn.
Sure, you just with news. You got some Battleborn news? I don't think I do.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it. I was just going to mention this.
Okay,
Battleborn came out a couple weeks ago, right? That game's okay. It's
okay. Until I actually got interested in Overwatch, I couldn't tell you the difference between Battleborn, Overwatch. Is Paragon a thing?
Paragon is a thing, Paladins is a thing. As somebody
Yeah,
who has played them all for hours, I can tell you the difference. But
yeah. Okay. So which one's Battleborn? This
Battleborn
is from
2K,
Gearbox, right?
Gearbox and 2K. Yep.
Okay.
So the big thing with Battleborn is the thing that I liked about Battleborn. I'll talk about first is that it is a first-person
Hang on. Actually,
class-based
here's the
shooter.
one thing I can tell you about Battleborn.
Yeah,
For the last week, it's been $40 everywhere.
yeah, that's what the news was. Is that the price dropped $20 permanently,
Oh, okay.
and it's not
Is this a
doing so
class-based
well.
shooter?
It is, but it is more MOBA-y. There are creeps, there are abilities you level up every game, etc., etc.
Okay. Maybe this is what the person in the chat was confused with, because I was definitely confused.
Right.
But who knows? Um,
So yeah, Battleborn is very much more like a first-person class-based shooter with MOBA elements in it. But more importantly, and the thing that I liked is that it had a like co-op campaign, like PVE element to it, and that's kind of what I wanted to get it for originally. I never did end up getting it, so I'm part of the problem with it doing pretty poorly in numbers. But I really like that. It seems like it would have been a cool thing to get with like 3 friends or whatever and go through the campaign thing. Kind of like how Borderlands was. Like, I don't like Borderlands very much, but I
love
like it
Borderlands.
with friends. Like,
Okay.
so I think it would have been that for me. But I guess the news is, unfortunately, Battleborn isn't doing so hot. I think it has like maybe about 3,000 concurrent players on.
They gotta be just like so bummed out because Paragon came out and basically just ate their lunch, and now they're probably just like, oh man, we're just done.
Yeah, I think
Like
they made a
at
few
end of the
wrong
year,
turns.
no one's gonna be thinking of Battleborn.
I think they made a few wrong turns, for sure. First of all, it always hurts when you go against a Blizzard game, because Blizzard has, like, for PC gamers and stuff, it has a pretty big name to fight up against. It's like fighting
Right.
up against Call of Duty if you're a shooter, sort of thing, or
Right.
Assassin's Creed if you're that type of game. So they're fighting that battle. They choose to release their game the weekend that Overwatch has a
Beta?
an open beta.
Okay, they may have not known that though.
They might not have. Like, I guess what I'm saying is that, like, the game is solid, it's okay, but it does have a few problems, and I think that's just exacerbated when you see Overwatch, which is, like, as Blizzard is known for, a very polished product.
10 more in the chat saying somebody tells me about a month no one is gonna to be talking about both games. I don't know. I think like people are still talking about Hearthstone. I can see people still talking about Paragon.
I guess it depends what circles you run in. Like, if you're reading a lot of, like, industry news sites and stuff, you're right, they probably won't talk about Overwatch again until there is, like, a thing that comes out for it, and then people will be like, oh yeah, that game was great, blah blah blah, or whatever. But, like, if you're part of, like, these like the PC gaming community and stuff, Blizzard games are always talked about. Like, there's still Diablo 3 threads and stuff coming up. I guess it just depends where you look, really.
Which this actually to bring it back to Paragon again. There's like a weekly brawl thing.
For
Do you know what I'm talking
Paragon,
about? Yeah.
yeah, they have a
What
beta open right now, I believe.
what are brawls? I haven't even clicked on that yet.
Are you meaning Overwatch? Brawl and Overwatch?
Yes. Yeah, I talk about Overwatch. I don't know what
Oh,
I don't know why I
okay.
said Paragon.
Okay.
Overwatch has
Okay.
a brawl thing.
Okay. The Brawl in Overwatch is, let's call them skulls for Halo or mutators or whatever. The one this week is
Okay.
like you get 150% to your your ultimate charge time, 200% more health. Like, there's just different
Okay,
like
like
little
everyone
modifiers.
gets it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's just a way to fuck
Okay.
around, basically.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I should play that.
Yeah. It's like that tavern brawl in Hearthstone where it's kind of like a theme
You don't say.
sort of thing. Yeah.
There you
Go
go.
figure, right?
All right. Okay, that was the Battleborn news.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really news. It was just kind of too bad that, first of all, it's doing poorly, and second, like, I don't know how long that game's going to be around at all. If it's already taking what did Homer say? Homer called it out in the chat. 40% off on Steam so early. Like, it came out very recently, within the last month. So
Right.
that's too bad.
Like they're probably doing everything they can to just get people to play that over Overwatch.
Oh, for
'Cause
sure.
everyone's going there. And I mean, for a second, I was like, maybe I should try this. Like $40, why not? Some people were talking about that, but
Yeah.
then there was just so much Overwatch. I was like, I'm gonna go with this one. This is like the jam right now.
Yeah, they are two completely different games. If you're not like a fan of MOBA games, I would recommend against Battleborn. Like, but
Right.
they are different SKUs and products.
Well, I mean, like this is like a great example of just like consumer marketing right here. Like I only have time for one game. I only have the
Yeah.
brain capacity to even want to care about one game.
Yeah.
And I made my decision. There's no going back. Like there's no way I'm
you're
gonna
right.
do like I'm halfway through this 21 character roster.
Yeah.
I'm looking to minimize that right now.
Yep.
I'm wanting to finish that. Like I'm not. Yeah, that's not happening. So.
Or even like the 13-year-old kid where his parents, like with his allowance, can only buy one game. He's going to get the one everyone's playing because that's what his friend, like, yeah, it's just,
Yep.
they lost the dice roll in the market, basically.
Yep. Release schedules. There you go. All right, probably the biggest news this week. So there was rumors of a different Xbox One happening, of a more powerful one, much like the PlayStation Neo.
Yep.
Well, we've gotten more sources pointing out that there's going to be actually two different Xbox Ones this year.
Okay.
We also have a code name, Scorpio, is
Nice.
what the new Xbox One is called.
Sure.
So one is actually going to be a less powerful slim version.
Okay, sure.
And the Scorpio is the buffed up one that would be coming next year. The slim one would be coming this fall, based on these reports. So let me just kind of scan through this.
Oh man, look at all those teraflops.
Yeah, 6 teraflops is like the big number.
Right.
Which let's just do a quick comparison here. I'm looking at the Polygon article if people are wanting to look this up later on. PlayStation 4, in terms of their teraflop power, was at 1.84.
Sure.
Xbox One 1.32. PlayStation Neo is set to be at 4.14, whereas the Xbox One Scorpio is going to be at 6. So it should be much more powerful.
Right.
These are going to be announced at E3 or maybe even an event shortly before. That typically does happen. Let's see. I'm trying to break up this news article into which versions they're talking about. One of them is going to be 40% smaller than the current model and will likely include 4K support. I guess that's going to be Scorpio as well.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Current plans have the smaller Xbox One scheduled for release this August. Pricing for that system does not seem final.
Okay.
There will also be getting a redesigned controller. That I'm honestly confused about. The Xbox One controller is great. Like it's basically the 360 controller with just a little different. The only thing I could maybe think of are the bumpers aren't ideal. They're not 100% there.
Right.
But like, I would not touch that controller. Maybe they're making like a more affordable Elite controller. That's about it. But yeah. Any other big news articles from this?
That's a pretty big one.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if all this does pan out, that's definitely interesting. But like we knew something was going to happen.
Yep.
So, Paul, is this where you finally get in on the Xbox?
It might be if the price is right. Like,
yeah,
for sure.
So yeah, because you like apart from John and I, you'll actually probably be getting the new consoles.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like no reason really to go back.
But,
whereas
like,
we're not going to.
No, like I would get
John might.
I would get the weaker version though, because I only want to play a few exclusives. Like I don't need 6 megaflops because my PC's like 1,000 megaflops or whatever a megaflop is.
That's a good point. Teraflop.
Teraflop. Yeah.
I couldn't tell if you were making a joke with that name until you said it like twice, and I was like, I think he actually just doesn't know it's teraflop.
Yeah, I forgot it was teraflop.
No, that's true. Like the other ones are probably going to be discounted heavily. Although Although I might recommend just going with the Slim, because the Xbox One is
Yeah, no,
gigantic.
that's exactly what I'm gonna do
Yeah,
for
the Slim
whatever
later this year.
exclusive. Yeah,
Then you can play some Quantum Break without having to have Windows 10.
yeah, that's the goal.
What are you more interested in right now? A PlayStation 4 Neo or an Xbox One Scorpio?
PlayStation 4.
Okay. All right. Um, there was rumors that were confirmed earlier today that No Man's Sky has been delayed,
Yes.
which is a huge bummer. I was kind of hoping that would be kind of like my summertime, just jump in every now and then game throughout all of summer when things dip a bit.
Because that was
It's
supposed to be like in the next couple weeks, right?
it's supposed to be June, yeah.
Yeah.
Like June 10th or June 20th, something like that.
Yeah.
It is now August 6th.
Yeah.
August, is that 9th? Hang on. America does month first. So August 9th. There we go. Not the 6th. That's a bummer because now that's 1 month of me playing around with this seemingly endless game.
Yeah.
That's just, yeah, because like September comes, games are going to be coming out again. I'm not going to have time for No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely super bummed. Apparently, it's to polish some key components of the game a bit further.
I'm okay with this. Just like put out a fully released, like nice optimized product.
No, for sure. In the long run,
Yeah.
you definitely, yeah, delay the game. Just me personally, like looking at like release schedules and stuff.
It's a weird position though. You're not in a normal consumer
Looking
position.
forward to the summer lull and this
Yeah.
huge game, like kind of lasting me through that. But
But you're not in a normal consumer position.
that's true. I mean,
So-
yeah. I mean, like the younger kids, they'll be way into this for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, who cared anyway? June, like, we got Mirror's Edge coming out, and like, I could not be more excited for Mirror's Edge.
Sure. I'm happy for you.
You don't care for Mirror's Edge? Not
I don't
Mirror's Edge?
care at all.
Oh, man, I love Mirror's Edge. Mirror's
That's
Edge
fair.
is so good. I really want this one to be good. Like, it's gonna
Yeah.
be so sad if this one's not good.
Your expectations are getting a little high. I hope you temper them a little bit just so you're not disappointed.
I hope it's great. I hope it's great. Games for gold for June. On
Yeah.
Xbox One, we have Goat Simulator and
Woo.
The Crew.
Woo. I have the crew.
And on the 360, we have
Some good
no,
games.
hang on. This one's. Oh, sorry. We have Super Meat Boy and XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Yeah, some good games.
Some like real old games.
Yep, real good old games.
Um,
If you want to be a goat, though, you can get on that Games with Gold for Xbox One. Be a
you play some
goat.
Goat Simulator.
Yeah.
All right. This was just some like random ads people were seeing online. These are just rumors, but Titanfall 2 might be coming out August 30th, which seems insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
I can't see that happening. That seems like such a fast turnaround.
Me neither. And I don't even have ill will. I hope it does. And I hope it flops again. But, like,
Did Titanfall 1 flop?
it fell pretty hard. Yeah, for
I
like
don't know.
for what
they
they
had enough
spent
from
on
Titanfall 2.
for what they spent on their marketing budget and stuff, it wasn't great. But I don't know. Maybe this is the time that like people jump back on the train, get those servers running again.
It seems real early because we haven't heard much of Titanfall 2 besides that it's happening. But yeah, some images surfaced, so maybe August 8th.
Yep.
And then the last one
Was
someone
submitted by
sent in,
Twitter.
right?
Yep. So DHX Media unveils Man of Action's new Mega Man. So there's a new. Okay, let me just put this link in the chat first of all. I don't know if people have seen this like new Mega Man image surfacing on Twitter at all, but it looks pretty dumb. It's an animated
Yeah, this is
series.
awful.
It's another Mega Man. So
This is an ugly Mega Man.
it is an ugly Mega Man. It's those creepy stalker eyes.
I was gonna
hate
say
them.
it's something with like the eyes just look weird.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man.
So I'll just read what they have bolded here, basically. Aimed
All
at
right.
kids 6 to 9, as well as their parents who grew up loving the video games, the animated series will feature exciting new technologies and robots, as well as the introduction of Mega Man's alter ego, Aki Light, a normal, upbeat schoolboy robot.
What? Okay.
When activated, his skin reforms in a flurry of computer code and visual pyrotechnics into a suit of impenetrable nanocore armor, including the iconic Mega Buster arm cannon and helmet. Beloved characters like Rush will return, while new characters like Mega Mini will make their debut. The new Mega Man animated series has a targeted air date of 2017. No, it sounds stupid. This is what you need to do. Hold on, let me find the thing here. You just need to remaster this and put it out for kids. Because
for people in the audio, he held up Mega Man, the complete series.
Yep. Man. Have you ever seen this?
I haven't, no. Is it great?
That's one word you could use.
It's probably not going to be as bad as this, right?
There is literally a part in this series, in an episode, where Proto Man is, to defeat Mega Man, is about to shoot the statue of President Lincoln, and Mega Man jumps in front of his buster to take the bullet.
Nice.
There's some great shit in that fucking cartoon.
All right. I'll follow you down this rabbit hole.
It's really, really dumb. But, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is we don't need a new Mega Man.
Why does Mega Man need a robot alter ego?
He doesn't.
What is that, like?
Aki Light?
Also, isn't he already a normal upbeat schoolboy robot?
Yeah, he's a schoolboy robot.
Is it okay? Why doesn't okay?
Yeah.
Like he's mild-mannered schoolboy robot Aki Light, but like, you know, at night he switches over to Mega Man.
Basically. Or as this says, his skin reforms in a flurry of computer code and visual pyrotechnics.
So if he has full skin, why does he need to be a robot? Why does he need to be a schoolboy robot? Why can't he just be a boy? It's just a fake boy.
Yeah. I would actually be more interested in watching an animated series of a kid who thinks he's Mega Man, but he's just like some stupid school kid. That would be much more interesting to me.
I played one of those Game Boy Advance ones, and like there was a kid that was like helping you out when you were in like the outside world. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Never played him.
Okay. I mean, John would have known it.
Oh, for sure.
We've talked about it before, but like, I don't know. I'm sure someone in the chat is going to mention this.
Sure.
All right. That's news.
That's it.
That's the news that's happening. Let's go on to the few bit of questions we have.
Yeah.
Where can people send questions in?
Write in at topdownperspective@gmail.com, TDP Podcast on Twitter and Facebook at Top Down Perspective. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
On the P.O. Box.
Oh, yeah, the P.O. Box. Don't forget the P.O. Box.
Yep.
I'll read this first one.
Okay.
Hannah says, been listening to a bunch of old shows lately, particularly old Game of the Year shows, and it's funny to listen to your predictions for the years, having known what happens. So first off, here's a reminder to start playing some games that came out this year and get ahead on your list. Secondly, have you guys ever gone back and listened to the predictions you made, having known the outcome?
Yeah, we do that every year.
I mean, I haven't gone back and listened to them outside of the show, but
you write them down.
For the last couple, I've definitely been writing them down when we do them, and then we touch base with them again for the sole reason of just seeing how wrong we were.
Yeah,
for the most part. I mean, sometimes we're right, very few times we're right, but a lot of times it's just laughable how wrong.
They're always the softball ones that are right, though.
Yeah. But I mean, I think for like the last 3 in a row, I was like, can't wait to play The Witness this year. And it finally came out this year.
Yeah.
So that one I'll finally get right.
Nice.
But
yeah, first off, here's a reminder to start playing some games that came out this year and get ahead of your... You know what? I play a lot of games that I care about as they come out. I just have to remember to write them down and not do it all at the last minute. So that's actually a nice reminder. I keep
a list. I haven't actually started it yet. But there's definitely a few in my head that I need to keep. Is there any games where you're currently like, I'm going to have to make sure I play this by the end of the year?
No. Because I haven't played yet is the question.
Yeah, kind of.
No, I'm good.
I have, and it's usually games where I'm like, I don't need to get to this. It'll probably be a game I pick up on like Black Friday or
Yeah,
something. But with them
or even
right
a
now,
summer sale on Steam or something like cheap.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was gonna be Paragon Overwatch until I just broke down and got it.
Why
Uh,
Paragon? Why
I
is
don't
that?
know.
That is actually just a MOBA. That's not
I
even
don't
first
know. I don't
person.
even know. I don't know. It's just I told you like all these games they just string together.
Weird.
The Division. It's going to be like Destiny last year, where I just because it's a similar game as well. Where I'm just going to probably get it on Black Friday and then like play it over the winter break.
Yeah.
But that's like the only one so far where I'm like I need to make sure I play this. It's past.
Yeah.
Maybe Doom.
You need to play Doom,
Although
actually.
I haven't really played original Doom. So a lot's going
That's
to be
fair.
lost on me, but still, I've been hearing so many good things. That might be another one where it's like I don't need to play it right now.
It's still a
I
good
can get it
shooter,
cheap.
though, and it's
Yeah,
different than the shooters that you get these days. So I
yeah,
think it's still noteworthy to try out.
yeah. Those are like the two games so far. So
Yep. Okay, VGC Kenny wrote in on Twitter and said, if you had to limit yourself to only Japanese games for the rest of your life or only Western games, which would you choose? My answer is Western because I can read English.
yeah, I would say Western. Even apart from that, there's more games here.
Yeah. It seems that, like, there's more variety in games, I would say.
I just think there's more as well. Like, because even like a lot of the heavy hitters in Japan are gone. Like, where's Konami? Nope.
No, why do you have to open that wound already?
Yeah. So I mean, just saying.
Yeah. But
But
then,
even like Square Enix, I'm more interested in their Western division stuff. Like
yeah.
I like Final Fantasy as much as the next person. I've really been enjoying those Tomb Raider games. So
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. And,
Western
like,
easy.
out of the two of us, I think I care less about Nintendo than you do. Like,
Probably.
so,
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what John would say, but I think he might go Western too. I could still see him go Western.
I really don't know. I wouldn't put money on either. I don't know. Because he plays a lot of Japanese ass games.
I just think there's so many more games here. He'd pick this, but who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
He has a second one, or is it that's from the
No,
same guy? Yeah.
no, that's a different person. I don't know why his name didn't take in the
Okay. From
copy
other
paste.
person.
The other person is Sombrero Mustache.
There we go. If you worked on Miitomo, what features would you add to make the app more interesting and more than just Nintendo Ask FM?
I'd probably put mini games in it that don't require tokens.
Nah, I
Like,
still wouldn't be interested.
I'd put in a thing where you have to, like, eat and drink.
See, okay, so you want it to be Tamagotchi life. Tamagotchi
I
life.
want it to be a Tamagotchi. Just straight up. That's what I want. I want a Tamagotchi of me on my phone in my pocket. So at lunchtime when I'm eating, I can feed little me.
Sure. Mega Mini, if you will.
Mega me. Exactly.
Yeah. See,
Mini-me.
I think putting more into that just turns into Tamagotchi life, which I don't like. I just want Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Just turn it into Animal Crossing. That would be great.
Sure.
Or somehow just make it Sudoku.
Do you think
Picross. That's what
Mitomo...
actually I meant. I meant Picross. I don't know why I said Sudoku. Although Sudoku's not bad. I don't hate Sudoku.
Do you think Mitomo Nintendo uses to, like, collect people's responses for advertising and
Oh, for
sponsorship
sure.
stuff?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
For
okay.
sure.
Do you think a lot of people, like, even think through that thing where, like, Nintendo is essentially Facebooking you by finding out what your interests are by straight out asking you and saying it's a cute game and then selling that to retailers?
I mean, I doubt most people even care really. I'm sure there's
I mean,
there's
I
definitely
don't
people
care.
that obviously know it, but yeah, people they won't care. But
Yeah.
I sure remember seeing one question that was just like, "What game is bad?" And of course they're looking at that.
Yeah. I didn't... Oh, that makes... So, just as, like, an anecdote, I actually uninstalled Mitomo this week. And
Good for
actually,
you.
a bunch of people did, too, that I found out later. But I uninstalled it because I needed to update my OS for my phone, and I couldn't. It was
You never know.
full.
Miitomo's huge.
And I'm not getting rid of my progress. I'm not getting rid of the, like, 200 out of 3,000 P-Cross puzzles on my app that
There
I've
you
been
go.
working on.
Cross is way better.
I'm not getting rid of threes.
So I ask you
Like,
this:
yeah,
so now that you've updated your phone, are you going to re-download Mitomo?
no.
Yeah, exactly. Of
I
course
mean,
you're not.
if I the nice thing is though is because it connects with like the Nintendo Cloud or whatever they call it with like your Nintendo account. I could just download it at any time, put in my username and password, and all my shit's still there. So I like
Oh,
that,
for sure, for sure.
but that makes me
I mean, like, yeah,
also
why?
yeah.
Why? Like, what reason would you have to do that?
That's why it makes it easier for me to delete it. Because
Oh,
I'm not losing anything. I'm just not having it on my phone anymore. It's still out there somewhere. People still know my weird answer to something out there. So,
there you go. I apparently beta stuff started this week for Pokemon Go. I
yep,
didn't get an email, and
that
I
sucks.
want that. I want to get in on that, but I didn't hear anyone like talking about it. So maybe it didn't happen. I don't know, but that's got to happen. I want to play some Pokemon Go.
Yo, yeah,
That's all the questions people wrote in. If
that's it.
people want to write in questions for next week, topdownperspective at gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Facebook group, John's P.O. Box, all that good stuff. What is your game of the week?
Is that serious? I wrote Overwatch 3 times here.
You did. I mean, but you got it, so it's Overwatch.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just give it to Overwatch just because Bravely Second is just kind of like cruise control, just going through this thing. So, yeah, Overwatch again for me.
Cool.
All right, we'll be back next week, probably with John. See you guys later.
Bye.